everyone, it's Jordan, and today I'm giving you guys a winter/Christmas book haul. So for this book haul, it's a lot smaller than it was last year. I actually have 17 books instead of, I forgot how many. I'm guessing it was like either 20 or 30, somewhere between there. I decided to cut back on buying books because my TBR has been over 200, so I'm really trying to narrow it down. So I'm still gonna give myself a couple of books, but not as much as I used to. Plus, I'm trying to save money for a family trip that's coming in 2020, not 2019. So I want to save money for that. So let's get started on the book haul. The first book I'm going to be talking about in this book haul is Grim Lovelace by Megan Ryan. All I know about this book is takes place in Paris and it's a fantasy, which I'm really excited about. And apparently the main character's master died and she's a beastie, and then the story goes from there. I just got excited about this book because this book takes place in Paris, which in a fantasy, which I never read before. I'm pretty sure that I've read some that takes place somewhere around Europe, but I just wanted to see a fantasy world that takes place in Paris, and I'm really excited to pick this up whenever I can. The next two books I'm going to be mentioning is Pride by Ibi Zobel and Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. These two came from October Owl Crate box, which I'll link the video down below, as well as the one of the corners. But this is a contemporary retelling of Pride and Prejudice, which I'm really excited about. And this one is based on Japanese mythology. I don't remember, but I don't want to know any more about this one because I'm really excited about that. And same as Pride, which I'm also excited about because I love Pride and Prejudice, and I want to read them both as soon as I can because those two are seem like a really great read. The next book I'm going to be talking about is Starflight by Melissa Landers. All I know about this is it's sci-fi, and of course it takes place in space by the spaceship and the cover, and that's all I really want to know about, just because I like going to some books blind and just figuring out whether I like it or not once I read it. And this was one of the books that was recommended in one of the Owl Crate boxes that featured Heart of Iron. They said if you like Heart of Iron, you're going to like these, and this is one of the options, and I'm really excited to read it just because I've been wanting to read more sci-fi lately. The next book that I bought is Damn Soul by Lana K. Arnold. This is about this girl who is a typical actual fairy tale where the prince found this girl who was locked up in a tower, except she does not remember anything before she was locked up in the tower, and that really grabbed my interest because not only is a fantasy and a fairy tale kind of story, but the girl does not remember what happened before she was locked up. So that really grabbed my interest, and it really seems like a short read, so I'm pretty sure that I would read this really quickly, and I might read this for the fairy tale-a-thon, so who knows? And I'm really excited to read this, especially the cover is really beautiful and the plot really caught my eye. Next book that I bought is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. All I know about this book is about superheroes, which I'm really excited about, and after reading the Lunar Chronicles, I've been wanting to read more Marissa Meyer's books, and I have not read Heartless yet, but I'm currently reading Stars Above, which is a collection of short stories that takes place in the same world, and I'm listening to that on audiobook right now, which I'm really liking so far. And I've heard nothing but great things about Renegades, and I really want to read this, especially when it involves superheroes. The next book I'm going to be talking about is Forest Queen by Betsy Cornwall. I got this from my BookTube Secret Santa, so thank you to them, and I'll link that unboxing down below as well as in one of the corners. I'm really excited about this book because it's a Robin Hood retelling, and I'm really excited about that. I was not a fan of the cover, I was a fan of the advanced reader copy cover, but I am really excited to read this. Plus, the underneath the jacket is really beautiful. It has the bow and arrow, so of course they're gonna, and it's green, so it's also a really nice shade of green, and I'm just really excited to read this, especially when I've heard nothing good but good things about it, and it's a Robin Hood retelling, which is one of my favorite classics. The next book I'm going to be talking about is Amber and Dusk by Laura Selene, and all I know about this book is a fantasy book, and it deals with illusions, and I got this from Owl Crate in case you guys didn't recognize the cover, but I'm going to be linking the unboxing down below in one of the corners, and I really like this box, especially when I got an ornament and a tote bag, which is two of my favorite things, even though I liked everything about this box, but I really want to read this book since I saw the cover, and the plot really seems to grab my interest, and I'm hoping that I would end up liking it in the end. And the last few books are going to be the books that I've got for Christmas besides my BookTube Secret Santa, and the first book I'm going to be talking about is Death by Coffee by Alex Erickson, and it's a cozy mystery, so I don't want to know anything about it, especially when it comes to mystery. I only want to know either nothing or at least a little bit of the book, but I've tried one of the cozy mysteries, but I had to put it down because I wasn't in the mood for it, but I really want to read more mysteries that for 2019, just because I want to try other mysteries besides Agatha Christie, which I think cozy mysteries would be a good start. So yeah, and plus it has a cat on the cover, so this is, and it's really cute and it reminds me of my own cat, but I really want to read it, especially when one of the books in this series is a Christmassy book, and I would love to read that around Christmas. Speaking of Christmas, the next book that I got is Mr. Dickens and His Carol by Samantha Sylvia, and this really grabbed my interest because it's about Charles Dickens, and I think it's about how he wrote A Christmas Carol. Yeah, it is about him and writing A Christmas Carol, which really grabbed my interest because you guys know that I love A Christmas Carol, and I just read a retelling of it, and reading about the author and himself really grabbed my interest, especially when I want to know how they got inspired by the stories that they created, and I just really wanted to read this, and this would be awesome to read for next Christmas. The next book that I got for Christmas is Heart of Thorns by Bree Barden. All I know about this book is about this girl, and it deals with demons, I think. I think that's what it is. Yeah, and she's half girl and half God. Okay, so it's also a fantasy, and I've been wanting to read a lot of books going blind just because I only want to know little things, just because, like, I don't want to judge a book by its cover saying, like, oh, I might like this or I might not like it, but this book really grabbed my interest, especially the plot, and I'm definitely excited to read it when I get to it. The next book that I got for Christmas is They Both Die at the End by M. Silvera, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. It's about this dystopian world or somewhere in the near future, and you get text message on when it's your last day to live, and then you end up being matched with someone to spend your last day with, and again, I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I have not read any M. Silvera books, but History's All You Left Me is on my TBR, somewhere on my TBR shelf, so I really want to get to that before I read this, but I really want to give M. Silvera a chance. The next books I got for Christmas is the new covers for the Hogwarts Library, and I got really excited about that, except I accidentally damaged one of them with scissors as I was opening it in a box set. And then you'll have the Tales of Beedle the Bard, Quidditch Through the Ages, and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which I got really excited when I got these because I need these for my Harry Potter shelf, even though I might need another Harry Potter shelf, but I'm going to be like as soon as I move out, I'm going to be creating another Harry Potter dedicated show because you guys know I love Harry Potter, and since these came out, I wanted these so badly because they're so beautiful, and I just can't say no to new editions of these and their beautiful covers. The next book that I got for Christmas is Crooked House by Agatha Christie. I actually have not heard of this until he said that it was made into a movie, which really grabbed my curiosity. And again, since it's a mystery, I don't want to know anything about it just because I want to figure it out myself, not to, like, because sometimes the synopsis leaves you, like, guessing and thinking that it's going to give you too much information, so I'm not going to figure out what this book is about because I love mystery, and the point of me reading mystery is to figure out the mystery yourself and what the book's about, so I'm excited to read this, and if I end up liking it, I'm going to watch the film for sure. And the last book that I got for Christmas, and the last book in this haul, is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. Novik, I think? Yeah, Novik. All I know is about this book is it's a retelling of Rumpelstiltskin, and I think it's an adult book other than YA, but I'm not quite sure, but I'm definitely excited to read this because the cover really grabbed my interest and it makes me want to guess what the story's about, and I'm just really been wanting to get more fairy tale retellings lately just because of the Fairy Tale-a-thon, even though I have other fairy tale retellings on my TBR, but I'm excited to read this whenever I can, as well as my other books from this haul. So that is all for my winter/Christmas book haul. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and comment down below some books that you got for Christmas and which books of these I should put on top of my TBR, because I really want to try to catch up on my TBR since it's been over the roof lately for me, and I just want to catch up on as many books as I can for 2019. And if you want to follow me on social media, I have Facebook under Last Reader, and I have Twitter and Instagram on Last Reader 19. I also have Goodreads, which I'll link down below. If you don't want to miss any of my new videos, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!